Hi, we are cooking today one of my favorite mezze dishes. I think it is the queen of the mezzes. I am talking about Tarator, which is also one of the oldest mezze dishes in Istanbul. But also you can come across some Tarator recipes from Balkan countries, which is made with yogurt sometimes. Originally, Tarator is vegan dish and it is basically a bread and garlic sauce, and what you need is a little bit olive oil as well if you are lucky. I mean back in the day, because it's called golden liquid, so it's quite expensive to use with. So if you don't have olive oil, I suppose they used to make it with just like bread and garlic. Over the years the recipe slightly change or differs in different homes, and so you can come across with the recipes made with different nuts. Walnut, that's what we are going to cook with today, because this is the most common way of making tarator. What you see if you go to Istanbul, it's just like a really very white sauce, because technically they use white bread with some garlic, so no nuts, nothing inside. Today I am going to use some sourdough bread for this, and also I'm gonna toast my walnuts because I would like to create a little bit darker sauce, and I think toasting the nuts give it a really deep flavor to the nut. So I just want a little bit like malty, nice brown mezzes instead of creating just like a white bread garlic sauce. And my ingredients today to make my tarator is sourdough bread, walnut, garlic, olive oil, lemon, salt and pepper just to season it. So nothing else. It's a very simple process and you create a really tasty dish in the end. You can consume it as it is or as a part of the dish. I think it goes with so many things very well. You know, it can be anything actually, even as a salad dressing if you make it a little bit watery. So yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna start with removing the crust of my bread first, and then I will toast my walnuts. You will see everything comes together very smoothly, and in the end we're gonna create a lovely tarator dish. I am starting with my slice of sourdough bread. It is important to take the crust out because it is gonna create kind of grainy texture inside if we leave it. We are doing it because we don't want really grainy texture in our mezze dish. And don't throw the crust, you can have it as a nibble with an olive oil or butter. We are going to soak our bread. You can just put them in pieces, don't worry, it doesn't have to be precise. So I'm gonna add a few tablespoons of water. So don't worry if you put more water, because we are going to squeeze the bread, so we're gonna take out the excess water. So next we are going to toast our walnuts. I have got 100 grams of walnuts in here, so I'm gonna toast it on a pan. You can also use it your oven. Just lay them on a baking paper and then you can toast it on 190, 200 degrees, just a few minutes. But we are going to do it on the pan now. While our walnuts are toasting, I just put it on really moderate heat, low heat, because I don't want to burn them. It's one of the things that you need to be aware of, because it needs to be toasted evenly, so you can stir it time to time or just like shake the pan sometimes. So in the meantime we can start crushing our garlic. So about garlic, as I said at the beginning, it's a garlic bread sauce. I'm gonna give this recipe with only 2 garlic cloves, but if you like garlic, you can add more. If you don't like garlic, if you think it's really overpowering your palate or you know the taste of the dish, you can cut the amount, so you can use just 1 or half garlic. But first things first, we're gonna crush our garlic. If you would like a perfect shape of garlic, you don't have to crush, of course, but we are going to smash it already, so we don't care if it is broken or not. I'm taking my pestle and mortar. I must say I'm quite old-fashioned. I really like to crush them with a pinch of salt. If you smash it that way with a little bit salt, it creates a really nice gummy texture first of all. Garlic's flavor come out easily because salt really helps to make it not really cooked but slightly preserved, so it creates nice almost a little bit natural caramelized taste. So it's like almost gummy, sticky, mashed garlic here. I'll leave this in pestle mortar and I'll check my walnuts. So it's almost there, evenly browning, and it's tastier now. You can taste it like it's more sweet, more subtle, it's delicious. So in the meantime, remember we soaked our bread earlier. Okay, it creates quite liquid at the bottom. Touch it, feel it. If it is too wet, you need to squeeze it, but not too much because we don't want to end up really dry bread mixture. So this is perfect to me. It's still moist, you can see. We don't want to end up a really dry bread mixture. So I got some excess water in here. I'm gonna just check it. And our walnuts is toasting, it's almost ready. So it goes a little bit brown, it's just toasted evenly, and most importantly, you can smell it, and it smells like still walnut, but it's like more, how to describe this? I really don't know right now. You will see, you will smell, it's quite intensely nutty flavor. So that's what toasting give our nuts. A little bit more deep nutty flavor. So what we have so far here, garlic mashed with some sea salt. We have got some bread soaked in water and then just crushed it by hand, and we have got toasted walnuts. So next we are going to bring all these elements together to create our Tarator dish. I've got little gadget here. Again, you can use pestle and mortar to carry on. My pestle and mortar is quite small, so it will take time using this for that reason. So the walnut is ready. I don't want to make it really meshy. It's just nicely crushed, fine. Next, I am going to add my bread and my garlic. So next, we need some acidity in our mezze. I am going to add half of a lemon. If you like kind of citrusy, sour flavors, you can always add more. That's it. Next, we have got some olive oil, if I can open it. It needs like a good glug of olive oil. It's like at least 5-6 tablespoons. And the last ingredient is a pinch of salt, a little bit more maybe, and freshly ground black pepper. If it is just itself as a sauce, then it might be good to have a little bit thicker version of it. Quite thinner sauce for salads or a garnish for the vegetable. It might be nice to create a little bit loose texture. Oh, it is nearly there. But I just need a little bit like smoother texture. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. I guess I don't have to mention that I love olive oil because I can go more and more. I'll go for final blitzing. So as you can see, it is nice brown, a little bit grainy, but it's smooth. Let's do the final taste if it needs anything else. So let's taste it. I think it is really good for me. Remember, it will taste different based on what bread you use. So if you use like more darker sourdough instead of white, you will have like more intense flavor. To me, it is ready. I'm just gonna finish it with a little bit olive oil on top. Our Tarator mezze dish is ready here. You can have it as it is, or you can add it to your salads or greens, whatever you like. Enjoy!